I'd like to call to order the county commission meeting for January, 16th? Today's 22nd, 22, okay. That county commission meeting. Would you, Commissioner Simpkins, lead us in prayer, please?
Yes, sir. Let's pray. Lord, thank you for giving us this great day. Be with us tonight as we make the decisions for the people of this great county. Be with our soldiers who are away on foreign soils, that you allow them to come home safely. Be with us tonight as we travel back home. Be with our loved ones. We ask this in your name, Lord. Amen.
Amen. Everyone stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Clerk, call the roll, please.
Mr. Simpkins.
Here.
Mr. Ledger.
Here.
Mr. McElwain.
Here.
Mr. Beatty.
Here.
Mr. Dawson. No, here. Ms. Spicer.
Here.
Mr. Buckner.
Here.
Mr. Britt.
Here.
Mr. Petty.
Here.
Mr. Williams. Mr. Grove. Ms. Gray.
We do have a quorum. Commissioner Dawson called earlier, said he just wouldn't be able to make it tonight, so wish him the best. First order of business is the approval of the minutes from the December 18th, 2023 regular session. Open the floor for a motion. Motion by Commissioner Buckner, second by Commissioner Petty. Any questions or discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, vote by stating aye. Opposed? Thank you. Item number 2 is public comments. No one signed up for public comments. Item number 3 is appointments. The first is Agriculture Extension Committee appointments. Commissioner Randy Simpkins is to be reappointed and Ms. Scarlett McBean on that. Open the floor for a motion. Motion by Commissioner McElwain, second by Commissioner Petty. All in favor, vote by stating aye. Opposed? Thank you. Committee reports. It's like the sheriff is here to have a committee report. Sheriff Eads.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank y'all for letting me get on the agenda tonight. As Chief Gillespie with Waverly Police Department, we recently were awarded state accreditation. I'll let Chief speak to you briefly on that and then get a photo op and let him get back to Waverly. But he is on the board, Veterans Family Board. He is there representing the professional body that issues accreditation. Chief.
So guys, I'm Grant Gillespie, I'm the police chief in Waverly, but I represent Tennessee Association of Chiefs of Police. And that entity is responsible for the accreditation program in Tennessee. And I guess a lot of people are like, what is accreditation? What does that mean? We kind of talk about it in terms of like earning a college degree, spend years and years working toward a goal and trying to do something to improve yourself professionally, and that's what accreditation does with law. Just to kind of give you an idea, there are 160 standards that the sheriff's department has had to meet, and the ones of us that are accredited have to meet those standards. Those standards are kind of aimed at best practices for law enforcement. So, what does it do for us? It kind of causes us to develop policy and procedures to follow, and then we have to prove to the accreditation board that we're meeting those standards. And so you know that when an agency earns that seal of accreditation, that they're meeting those across the board, those best practices. That's what's happened here with the sheriff's office. There's about 600 law enforcement agencies in Tennessee, and of those 600, only 67 are accredited. So it's a small group. There's only 11% or so of agencies. And the sheriff's departments make an even smaller percentage. Dickson County just became only the 5th agency in the state to earn accreditation. So that's something to really be proud of. I'm definitely proud of it because Tim's been my friend for a long time, and Tim actually led Bellevue Police Department to accreditation. He was chief there, so it's important to him as well. And I'm proud for everybody here. So and Captain Levasseur is the accreditation manager. He's the guy that's having to stick his head in there and get all those proofs together and prove that the sheriff's office is doing what they say. So there's a lot of work that goes into this from not just the sheriff and his command staff, accreditation managers, and the deputies, civilian staff that are out on the road. So it's a big deal. You guys should really be proud of that. And I definitely am. With a neighboring agency, who, by the way, helped us out quite a bit a few years ago during the flood. So it's just a testament to the kind of agencies that we have here. You guys are lucky to have them. So very proud of it.
Thank you. No, wait a minute, 1 second and I'll get out.
No, you can come up front and get you a good picture, you know, with me in the background. No, I'm just kidding.
And I just a special extra thank you to Captain Lavasser, who kept us there. It took us about almost 3 years to go through the process, which is about usual. And then we've got Lieutenant Norris here tonight. He's got homework, so you might have questions for but y'all got questions for him. Lieutenant Brothers is our PIO. So thank you, you guys. Appreciate you. I can't let you get out here.
All right, thank you.
Hey, thank you. Sheriff, that's fantastic. That's a real accomplishment. We're proud of you. And I know you're proud of all your people that the ones that are here and the ones that make this work for you every day. So thank you to the Sheriff's Department.
Thank y'all.
Any other committees to report? Hearing none, the next is resolution of proposed A2 agriculture district. Mr. Darnell presented this 3 weeks ago. Is there any questions for Mr. Darnell? Open the floor for motion. Motion by Commissioner Ledger, second by Commissioner Gray. Any questions or discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, vote by stating aye. Aye. Opposed? Thank you. Item number 2 is a resolution accepting the 2024 county road report. Mr. Hodges is here with us tonight. He has not been doing anything for the past week and a half. So if you have questions for him, he'll be glad to answer all of them. But this is that annual deal of the road list that we do. It was presented at the last meeting. Any questions from Mr. Hodges? Open the floor for motion. Motion by Commissioner Spicer, second by Commissioner Buckner. Any questions or discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, vote by stating aye. Opposed? Thank you. Item number 3 is a resolution authorizing county to submit application to Tennessee Department of Transportation for transportation planning grant and accept award of grant. This is a grant that we became aware of after our last meeting. It was sent to us on January 4th. I think we met on January 2nd. So this is a 100% grant, but for us to apply for it, this is a grant that requires approval of the commission to do. So it did not make the agenda for the work session. So for us to do this, the first order of business is to take this up. We'd ask for suspension of the rules. Motion by Commissioner Beatty, second by Commissioner Gray. All in favor of suspending the rules, vote by stating aye. Aye. Opposed? Thank you. The rules suspended for this item only. Again, this grant is a transportation planning grant, 100% grant funded. We are applying up for the $200,000 match. I'm sorry, there is a 10% local match. I apologize on that. And that is in the budget that of Highway Department budget. So it is in there on that. Any questions for myself or Mr. Hodges? Hearing none, we had a motion to suspend. I need a motion for approval. Motion for McElwain, second by Commissioner Simpkins. Any questions, discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, vote by stating aye. Opposed? Thank you. Item number 4 is industrial resolution authorized purchase of real property. This is near 20 acres in the industrial park on the northeast corner of the Dow Tile property. It is owned by the Industrial Development Board. It was part of the sale to Dow Tile back in 2014 when they came. This is 20 acres that they do not need. We are looking to put the new health department there. Acreage in the industrial park selling for $30,000 an acre. They're going to sell this to us $1,750 an acre, up to 20 acres. I'll ask for a motion for approval. Motion by Commissioner Grove, second by Commissioner Brett. Any questions or discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, vote by stating aye. Aye. Opposed? Thank you. Item number 4 is ambulance resolution authorize certain amendments to the budget established for Dickson County EMS as part of the County General Fund, Fund 101. On your table, Mr. Donnie Bear has laid some comparisons from what we talked about. Do you not have one on there? Okay, I guess that was kind of sneaky of us then. I bet they're coming out of the back room. We'll get those spread out.
I did. Getting spread out.
Which asks for its comparison on different information we get on what paramedics are making. As you all recall, 3 weeks ago, we discussed the fact that we are in a great shortage of paramedics in Dickson County, and we're going to have to get the pay more competitive. We've to make sure we can get those positions filled to provide for public safety. Take time to look at that. If you need it, why don't you take a few minutes, a couple of minutes, and then we'll let Mr. Bear make presentation on this.
I got some more back there. I'll get the prime. I'll give you mine. He's got mine. Okay. There's a lot of information on that, and I'll try my best to explain it to you. On the pay for the paramedic pay comparison, on that very front page, you see our start out and you see our top out and the years of service to get to the top out. We currently don't have no time set frame to get to that. Our average right now is about 64,000, give or take a little bit, is what our medics are making. I have a little bit of wiggle room with the 53. I don't have much. If it depends on your experience. Cheatham's, you can see theirs. Hickman, I don't have a top out for them. Houston, Metro, neither. Montgomery's I do. Montgomery County's is on page 3, I believe it is. 4. That's their whole entire thing, and it takes 12 years of service to get topped out, starting out with the 1. And then Williamson, I do not have nothing on them. And Wilson is the very last page that I've got. Cheatham County's is also in there also. The second and the third page is the actual county's hiring scale. That's what we have to go by. Your case should be highlighted, and that's where we have to start at. And we can go up 10%. Now that first block, that 40,899, that does not include the 8 hours of overtime that they have regularly scheduled. But the total, the 53,167, that does include that. So we're just trying to get more, I call it stop the bleeding, because we're hemorrhaging people like crazy. We're down about 22.5% right now of our workforce is gone. Houston County, Williams County, and Metro is where I'm losing the majority. I've got some people that works for Montgomery that works for us also. And I have lost some to Williamson. Wilson County, I do not, but I was talking to their director and he sent me their comparison too. So we'd have something to go by. And this is strictly my paramedics and critical care paramedics. It does not affect my EMTs right now. This is strictly for the paramedic pay. And I'll be glad to try to answer any questions that y'all may have.
Hey, I'm sorry. I ain't got, Cindy broke my glasses, so I can't even read this. And I wasn't here at the last meeting, so I'm misinformed. Mayor, what do we need to, is this the projected revenue there to without a tax increase coming up for the next year is what we're worried about? I mean, we know we can do a budget amendment now, but what's your projections on next year? That would it stay the course or would it cause a problem?
And again, we kind of covered that a couple of weeks ago, but we're in a situation on this. I can't make you that guarantee. There's money available right now to take care of this, but with the issue we're having with pay in general and with increased cost, I'd like to be able to tell you that we wouldn't have to do anything next year to cover any additional expenses, but I cannot make you that promise at this point.
My staffing has gotten so low that I'm having to shut stations down. The West Iron Hill, my burn station, it ain't gonna take much more employees lost that I'm gonna have to go to the next level, and that's another station. Cause I just don't have the staff, and we're trying to do anything we can do. Luckily, thank God, this week has been rough on everybody, and luckily we've survived it. It's probably been one of the worst ones that I've seen as long as I've been here. And what we're proposing is just kind of like the middle of the road to try to stop some of the bleeding. It's not sitting there, sit at that. It'll have to range just a little bit one way or the other.
Well, I'm
Donnie,
prepared
do
to make
you-
the motion if, go ahead. Ron.
Go ahead. Do you have some people that you could probably hire and they're just waiting on you to give them a number other than what you can offer here? Do you have somebody that is available? Or how are you combating this? I mean, if you put a number out there, do you know of people that would be interested in coming to Dickson County?
I probably got a couple. I can't give you an exact number because I don't have no clue. I'm trying to attract people in, but I'm also trying to retain what we've got still left. A lot of our employees has got several years in the making. I think about 28, no, I'm sorry, a little over 30% has got over 12, 14 years. So we have some long, loyal people, but the young ones that comes in, as soon as they get their licensure, they're out the door because of the pay. And I understand, and that's where we're at. Now, I can't promise you, but I feel like that it's got to help. It can't hurt.
How many people do you have at the starting pay? I know you talk about as they go along, progress, their pay goes up. How many do you have right now at our starting pay?
I have none at the starting. They've moved on.
So
So,
that number is not attractive to nobody.
oh no. If I start showing them that, they'll laugh at me.
They'll look.
Oh,
Do they come back with you a number that you can work with? Do they give you a number that say, hey, I'll come work for you for X amount of money?
no, they'll throw out dollar figures.
That's what I'm talking about.
They'll
Do they
throw
tell
out,
you-
well, I can go to Williamson and make X amount.
Right. They
We
use
got
the other
Metro.
counties as comparison.
Yes, sir. And that's what we're up against. I mean, and like Commissioner Britt said last time, the hospitals, I can't come, I mean, if we can try to compete with them, we even gonna be more than that. Some of the privates, they're even more than this. They're six figures.
So my next question is, it's like anything else. If you hire somebody in that say here at $88,000 like Houston County does. All right, how many employees you've got that's making less than that now?
All of,
That you would, okay, so you would have to bring those people up to that amount, because if you don't, you're gonna lose those people, right?
I guess, yes. And then that's the reason why I chose where we was at to try to get, I didn't try to want to break the bank, but I'm trying to stop the bleed too. So I was just like, okay, let's go to the middle of the road. And what I done, and I took Montgomery County and I went to, I think, between 5 and 6 years of service. And that's where I started at. And that's what I just tried to go with from right there.
Questions? Mr. Banner? Yes, Commissioner Spicer.
What's the use in having the equipment we've got, the facilities we've got? Bringing down manpower to run. And I had no idea what caliber of people we had.
Well, like I said, I'm prepared to make the motion because you don't know what you guys are worth. but I do. I had several doctors tell me if it weren't for Warren Ashar, I wouldn't be alive today, what he done for me on the side of the road. So unless you need you don't know what y'all mean. And if it wasn't for y'all, I wouldn't be here. So I'm prepared to make the motion or whatever Mr. Barrett needs.
Motion by Commissioner Grove to approve as put forward by Mr. Bear, second by Commissioner Brett, second by many of you. Thank you. Any other questions or discussion for Mr. Bear? Hearing none, all in favor, vote by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Bear.
Thank y'all very much.
Thing I would like to point out to you too, and I truly appreciate what y'all just voted on. The other issue we have, and it's countywide about attracting employees in every situation, is family insurance. We provide it, but we don't pay it. We pay 100% employee insurance. We look at that every year, every October, we meet the insurance agents to look at providing family coverage, but the numbers are astronomical. We'll bring you that number as we work on the budget again this time. But that's not only a problem for ambulance, it's a problem for the sheriff's department, the highway. I'm going to quit naming. It's a problem for everybody that has a family, for us in recruitment. So even with what you've done tonight, which was excellent, we're still behind the 8 ball on family coverage insurance. And again, we've written this out long before I got here and for the 13 years I've been here. But I'm going to bring you the numbers back because it's ultimately y'all's decision. But it's back to the question Commissioner Grove asked appropriately. We're meeting ourselves because of inflation and what wages have done. Even though this may put a Band-Aid on it and help some, this is going to be an ongoing situation until the economy gets under control and inflation gets under control, because and for us to be competitive with our neighbors, especially our neighbors to the north and the east, because they got all the money. And that's just a fact. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Next item of business is budget amendment, all school funds, Board of Education representative. Looks like Dr. McCord is our Board of Education representative tonight.
At the work session, I asked for 3 different budget amendments. The first one is a cooler and a freezer from the School Nutrition Fund for Dickson County High School, the upper and lower campus. It's to come out of their fund balance. I don't have any questions. $128,500.
This is done under one budget amendment, I believe, on one resolution. So we'll talk about the items individually on that. What your next item, Dr. McCord?
The second one was the HVAC at Creekwood High School. Due to different water issues and the plumbing, it's cheaper to go in and actually replace the HVAC than to repair it. So that would be the second one. The third one is the consultant fees for Lyle Cook and Martin. I believe you asked me to have them in attendance tonight, and they are here. So if you have any questions, it's for $394,750.
Thank you. Questions for Dr. McCord? On the portion for the design, that's for design only and not construction.
Correct.
There must be, as part of it, there must be an error somewhere, it's 290,000. I apologize for that, it's just that's the error. It's 290. That's the estimate.
Well, part of it, there's a Charlotte Elementary water heater replacement for 15,000, and then the Creekwood CTE building, 89,000. And then the roofing at White Bluff Elementary is the design fee. If y'all don't have those, I've got some extra copies. Do you need those? See my hand? Yeah, sure.
think there's some confusion on the consulting fees at the bottom. They're all combined to make the 394.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's no work. That's all consulting fees. Yes, okay. And I think Mayor Rao kind of mentioned that last time that when this comes back, the roofing could be $6 or $7 million.
Correct.
Okay.
Any question for Dr. McCord? Floor is open for motions.
I make a motion for all three amendments.
Motion by Commissioner Williams to approve all three. Have a second. Second by Commissioner Gray. Any questions or discussion? Hearing none. All in favor, vote by stating aye. Opposed? Thank you. Dr. McCord, while we have you here, we're almost to other business. Do you have anything to report from y'all's meeting earlier this evening?
No, we've narrowed it down to 3 instead of 4. So, we have, Miles Herbert, Christy Sutherland, and, Corey Duke. So we're going to call them back in for an interview again and go from there.
All right, thank you. Next time is other business. Commissioners have any other business to be brought before the commission tonight? Next is approval notaries, Madam Clerk.
Jamie Calhoun, Brad Causey, Eddie Cochran, Jennifer DePerna, Brittany Gibbs, H.G. Huff, Jordan James, Lorena Schrader, and Tracy Smith.
Open the floor for motion. Motion by Commissioner Beatty, second by Commissioner McElwain. All in favor, vote by stating aye. Aye. Opposed? Thank you. Under announcements, I only have one about the next meeting. And I know y'all may have some, but I really want to take the time to thank the workers of Dickson County government. You got a bunch of folks that have really worked hard since this storm started a week ago. Mr. Hodges and his people, they've been out on roads every day, every night. They were out on Saturday. They're out on Sunday. They were fighting a battle that you can't win whenever you have a snowstorm is one thing, but when it drops to 0 or -0 degrees, I remember enough from my 9th grade science class, and Mr. Chandler taught that you can't make snow melt with when it gets below 20 degrees and salt. So thank you, Johnny Chandler, if you're watching. I paid attention. The work that ambulance service, they're out there serving, making calls. Rob Fisher and the EMA bunch, and fire, volunteer fire, the sheriff's department, all the folks there doing their jobs, correction officers coming in. And this is where I always get in trouble. I'm probably leaving somebody off. The other one that did a great job over the weekend was sanitation, the landfill folks. Jody Burgess put a team together to take up put up bins to take trash here in Charlotte, and Dickson served over 200 people on that to help alleviate some of this waste problem. And they were really getting after today to get things prepared at convenience centers. So on Wednesday, they'll be back at full speed on that. And so if I left anybody out, I'm sorry, it wasn't intentional. But I thank you too, because I really want to thank the people of Dickson County. We is if you sit around and listen to Facebook, I try not to, because frankly, when people are wrapped in designer blankets, drinking flavored coffee with their laptop computers, complain about how bad it is, I think about the people that are out here serving the public every day. So I don't really care what they think, but I do care about all the people that do talk about how good that this county responds and how good the employees of Dickson County respond. So to that 99% of the people of Dickson County, thank you, and thank you for your good words. Any other announcements? Thank you. Commissioner Simpkins, we'll let you holler that one out.
As y'all know, we have to do that in January of every year. And in the past, we've had one or two that didn't, and I think they didn't have to pay the fine, but it's a $10,000 fine if you don't disclose that. And it's nothing to it. You go online and just, put your information in there, and you get another in next January. So just a reminder to make sure you get it done.
Thank you. Any other announcements? Hearing none, the final announcement will be the next regular session meeting will be on Monday. No, it won't be. It'll be on Tuesday, February 20th, 2024 at 7 p.m. in the Buford L. Booty Reed Jr. County Commission Chamber of the Dickson County Administration Building, 4 Court Square, Charlotte, Tennessee. To have a motion adjourned. Thank you.